Good Sunday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic Sunday. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Joseph Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Sunday evening going into your future. Looking at our current radar right now, we do have some rain that's actually right now going through Florence, Hartsville, as well as just to the east of Lancaster as well. We also do have some scattered shower activity going throughout the Greenville, Anderson, Lawrence, even up there towards Gaffney as well. So that's what's going on right now. So just scattered shower and downpour activity going on. This was expected though, as we talked about last night. Also, if you look up here on the MRMS for pretty much just a little view of all the radars combined, you'll see that we do have just a bunch of precipitation going on throughout the eastern U.S. right now. Also, just to the south of Mobile, Alabama. We also do have some rain going on just to the east of Michigan, kind of taking a very weird track. You see how the rain pretty much avoids Michigan, and even when you get to the actual glove part of Michigan, you see that it kind of curves instead of going into Michigan, which is pretty interesting to see. But again, just rain going on up there. Maybe a storm going just to the south and west of Cleveland. Then if you go up here to the western U.S., you can see up here in the Pacific Northwest, some precipitation going on there. Seems to be just rain. Seems like just all rain seems to be falling right now. And that's pretty much it. As we move our way into our cloud cover, the entire state of South Carolina is pretty much covered with clouds at this time. And even if you go into cloud cover total precipitation, you push this forward, and you start to see that cloud cover continuing to push through South Carolina as you get through. And even as you get into like tomorrow morning, for example, cloud cover continuing through the state. And then if you get into, for example, tomorrow night, getting to around 9 o'clock ish, only just scattered cloud cover continuing. And then if you get into our Tuesday morning, cloud cover will continue there. And as you go throughout the day as well, and then if you get into Tuesday night, cloud cover starting to scatter around and isolate itself a bit more. Here's our current temperature: 62 in Columbia, 71 in Charleston, 71 in Georgetown, 73 in Myrtle Beach, 62 inside of Bennettsville, as well as 57 inside of Rock Hill, 55 inside of Greenville, 57 in Anderson, as well as 64 inside of Augusta, 66 inside Barnwell, 68 in Fairfax and Walterboro, as well as 71 in Beaufort and Savannah. Low temperatures for tonight seems to be around 61 inside of Columbia, as well as 61 inside of Aiken, 71 in Charleston, 65 inside of Walterboro, 68 inside of Hilton Head Island, as well as 64 inside of Florence, and same thing with 62 in Sumter, 68 inside of Myrtle Beach, 66 inside of Georgetown, 57 in Rock Hill, 56 at Rock Hill, and then 54 inside of Spartanburg, 55 in Greenville and Anderson, as well as 56 inside of Greenwood, and 57 at Newberry. Here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours. Around a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch possible inside of Greenville and Spartanburg, as well as Rock Hill, Sherrod, Dillon, Florence, as well as Sumter, and Columbia, as well as Newberry. And then maybe even a quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible inside of Aiken, Barnwell, Walterboro, Moncks Corner, King Street, Georgetown, and Myrtle Beach. And then half an inch to an inch is possible kind of in like the northern Dorchester / northern Berkeley County region. That's where maybe a good inch is possible, even going to northern Colleton County as well. But the entire state of South Carolina has a chance of rain as you move through the next 24 or so hours. Also, in terms of thunderstorms, nothing for really tonight. But if you go into tomorrow, pretty much the Tri-County region of Dorchester, Berkeley, and Charleston County, and pretty much most of the PD region of South Carolina has a chance for some thunderstorms as you go into tomorrow. And if you go into Tuesday, nothing for Tuesday. No excessive rainfall, I believe, is expected at this time, though we are going to check, and I was correct. And so let's go on and check out the models real quick, see what they show. You can see as we move over here towards the composite reflectivity, We're going to move to the 18Z right now. Move to around 9 p.m.-ish. You can see that shower activity going on. And then even as you go through around 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning, showers and downpours still going on. And even this is what 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow could look like. As you can see, shower and downpour / thunderstorm activity going on in the low country, PD, and even going into the southern Midlands as well. That will finally be all out by around 2 p.m. And then maybe a couple of showers still possible up there inside of the upstate of South Carolina, but it's not going to be much at all. So a good amount of rain could definitely fall. But again, this was last updated at around 2 p.m. today. So when the 0Z comes out, that should make it a bit more. Well, that should help it out a little bit more. But we'll continue to watch. We'll see what happens, and we'll talk about that again as we get into tomorrow morning. But as you get into the tropics now, Raphael is now post-tropical cyclone Raphael. 35-mile-per-hour storm as it is dying out. Probably not even going to make it to land. Very interesting the amount of height this thing got as it was expected to go near Florida. Probably bring us some rain as well. It did bring us some rain, but it wasn't as much as we were expecting. And then also, it kept on moving west until it finally went down towards like Mexico, and it was going to do a quick U-turn. And then now it's not even going to reach any land at all. So very, very interesting to see. Also, we do have a little risk right over here. Our other disturbance that was over here near the Bahamas is now gone. And disturbance 1, broad area of low pressure, will likely form over the southwestern Caribbean Sea in the next few days. Some slow development is possible after that time while the system drifts west. So right now only a 20% chance of development over the next 7 days. And that is pretty much it. So let's go on and talk about the future real quick. And then we're going to talk about our week. Or actually, let's talk about our week first. Let's talk about our forecast for the week of November the 10th all the way through to November the 16th as well. So we're going to go on and do that. So moving into our temperature outlook, you can see as we go through this week that it will be above average. This week will be above average as we go through this week, and not as above average as maybe in portions up there like you see up there in North Dakota, for example. North Dakota, South Dakota will be very above average, but we will be above average this week. In terms of precipitation, we actually will be either normal or above average, so that is good news, especially for our current drought conditions that are going on. You can see it right here. Drought in place for most of the low country of South Carolina, like Georgetown County, entire county of Georgetown County, central and coastal Horry County, all the way up into eastern Columbia, or the eastern Columbia region. Also, just a little spot just to the west of that main drought area as well on the South Carolina-North Carolina border. But continuing on, it will be above average. So that would be good for our drought conditions. So if we move into back to the GFS, we go to the southeast now. See a high pressure taking over us right now. And if you continue to push this forward, you can still see that shower activity start trying to avoid us a little bit more. But then look at this cold front trying to push in as we go through around November the 23rd. It's 22nd, 23rd. That's like late next week, around like Saturday-ish, as it pushes its way through, and we are going to get a huge cold blast as we go into towards our Thanksgiving time frame. And also, while that's going on, some more development possible inside of the tropics on November the 26th. Now again, that's close to around 400 hours out. But if we're still seeing tropical development on November 26th, which is very late, hurricane season ends on November the 30th. If we are still seeing development like this out on November the 26th, if it does occur, I would not be surprised if we went past December the 1st in terms of our hurricane season as well. But right now, the main thing that I'm looking at right now is our cold front that we will receive as we go into next week. But just in terms of this week as well, because that was the main point, rain still possible as you go through around the 11th, and then as you go into the 12th, more kind of like more clear weather, not really much. The 13th, more clear weather, and then the 14th comes along, will bring some scattered showers and thunderstorms with it. November the 15th comes along, and the 16th and the 17th just all just nice days. The 18th as well might bring some scattered spotty shower conditions going into the upstate of South Carolina on the 18th, but it's not really doing much. And then after that, that moisture and that cold front passes us as well. You can even see temperature anomaly like very below average. Even in Florida, it will be below average with temperatures dropping to around 28 in the Blue Ridge region of South Carolina, and maybe even dropping all the way down to 50 degrees near the Miami region down there in Florida on around November the 26th, and then maybe even into like the mid 20s in South Carolina and the upstate. But again, all this 370 hours out ish. So again, we don't know. These probably will not be exact temperatures, but still something that we're gonna have to watch for as we go into next weekend. But that is pretty much it. So let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go on and check and see what the audience has to say for tonight. Ms. Tolliver says, good evening, partly cloudy day at my house, no rain, no breeze today either. I hope you had a super Sunday. I did. Thank you for asking. Mr. Anthony says, good evening to you. And then my cousin Dad says, good evening, Joseph. I hope your weekend went well. My weekend did go well. And that's it. I don't see anything else. Let's check this out real quick. No, that seems to be about it. So, we're going to go on and talk about our San Antonio and Raleigh forecast in just a second, as we did just get some flood report out of Dorchester. We'll talk about that at the end real quick, but let's talk about San Antonio and Raleigh real fast, and we'll get to that in just a second. But as you continue to push this forward, you can see that you're not really seeing much rain at all. If any, you're just not seeing it at all. So let's move back over here towards Raleigh, North Carolina. As you go on and move this forward, you can see that rain definitely is possible as you go through tonight into possibly even could be raining right now as we speak, but as you go through tonight for sure. And if you go into tomorrow afternoon, it still seems to be fine. So I wouldn't really be worried about any sort of rain, but I would be worried for tonight and going into tomorrow morning as shower and thunderstorm activity is possible, if not likely, to occur. So that is that right there. Also, let's go on and talk about temperatures as well. Get ready for a little buffer here, but while that's going on, let's go on and check out the likes. Check out the likes. Here we are for tonight. Seems like we are at 6 people watching and 10 likes. So again, that's hopefully around everyone. But just in case if you have not hit the like button yet, make sure that you do that. As we're already at 10 likes, but even more would be even better. Low temperatures tonight around 63. High temperatures tomorrow around 81. Low temperatures tomorrow night around 57. And the high temperature going into around 76, 77 as well as you move into your Tuesday. As you move up here into Raleigh, North Carolina as well, low temperatures for tonight at around 58. High temperatures tomorrow at around 70. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around 50-ish, 49. And then the high temperature going to around 56, 57-ish as well. And that seems to be about it. So hopefully that wraps everything up. In terms of severe weather as well, I don't believe that there is anything else. No excessive rainfall, but I do know Raleigh does have a risk for some thunderstorms as you go through, I believe, tonight and tomorrow as well. I believe tonight. No, just tonight, actually, just tonight. And that's it. So, we do have this little flood warning as well in Dorchester County as well, and it does have a little flood report with it that just came up while I was recording this, and it's from Emergency Management. All it says is emergency manager reported that the 3,400 block of Cannon Road is impassable due to river flooding from the Edisto River in Colleton County as well. So that is blocked off if you do know what that area is, but they just reported that just now. And that is indeed from river flooding from the Edisto River. And that's pretty much, I mean, other rivers are also flooding as well, but that seems to be one of the main ones right now, and that seems to be it. So I think that's actually it this time. But hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast for tonight. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and the share button as well. Also, make sure that you share with all of your friends, family, anything like that you have. We're at 298 subscribers, trying to get to 300 subscribers. So let's go on and get there. And we should be there pretty soon. Shouldn't be too much longer. So that is it. So hopefully everyone has a fantastic rest of your Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow morning with your Monday forecast update for the start of your week.
Hey, hey.